Okay, in this demonstration I'm going to show you how to add rational expressions. Now remember what a rational expression is. It's basically just fractions but using polynomials. So we're going to be using the same principles that you would use as if you were adding two fractions. So here's an example. 3 over x plus 1 plus 2 over x squared minus 1. Now if this were a fraction, you'd want to get the common denominator, wouldn't you? So the first thing you would need to do to figure that out would be to factor each one of the two denominators. Now if I notice this first expression, 3 over x plus 1 is pretty much already in simplest terms, so I don't have to worry about factoring anything there. If I look at the second one, I'm noticing that the denominator is a difference of squares, isn't it? So let's go ahead and factor that as x plus 1 times x minus 1. Okay, now that I've done that, I can see what the difference between the two denominators is, and I can figure out what's missing or what would make them common. Basically, what's missing in this first expression is the x minus 1. Now, I can't just go ahead and change the quantity of this expression here, can I? Of this fraction, so to speak. So I can multiply it by 1, though, and that wouldn't change it. But what would be the 1 that I would multiply by? That's really the key question. And the answer to that would be x minus 1 over x minus 1. Again, what have I done? I have multiplied this expression by 1, but now I've made the common denominators. That's a little bit messed up there, but let me see if I can bring it in a little bit closer. And there you can see what I did. So now that I have the common denominator, I'm just going to rewrite this as x plus 1 times x minus 1, and I'm going to add the numerator. But first, let me clean up what it looks like. Okay? Now, if I have to treat these separately, right, I really do need to simplify this first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute, add the 2, keep the denominator as the lowest common denominator. That's what LCD means. Clean up the top part still. That's going to give me 3x minus 3 plus 2 is actually just 3x minus 1. And then I'm going to rewrite my denominator. And that's my final answer. So when I add these two together, remember to factor the individual denominators first, find the missing factors, multiply by 1 wherever you need to, and then go ahead and put everything over a common denominator and then add or subtract the numerator. I hope that helped.